Up next, though, we had another surprisingly wonderful match. The 8-man tag, Ziggler, Cesaro, Orton, and Ryback versus Rusev, Owens, Sheamus, and Big Show. Can I just say the Big Show is hilarious as an I don't give a shit tweener?
He really is.
I'm a giant! And then he tags in Sheamus, feel the power of the Celtic warrior!
And you know what the funny thing is? I don't even think it's much of a gimmick because I'm telling you, the most recent Big Show interview I read, he's like, I am so tired of being on the road.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been overexposed, overused, want to dial back a bit.
Well, it's Big Naito!
Oh my god. I think what made it funnier is that whole thing was in tune. But anyway, just like the whole thing, and then really, because I have nothing really to say about the match as a whole. It was what you expect like a star-studded 8-man tag to be, like everybody getting their shit in.
I enjoyed it though.
I enjoyed it too. Like, it's not in like an apathetic way. It's just like there's really nothing too noteworthy to talk about except for the finish because Sheamus is going to slam Orton. Big Show goes for the knockout punch. He gets Sheamus, and Big Show pretty much shrugs because then
Doesn't care anymore, man.
Orton hits the RKO, and he gets the pin, and Big Show's just staring at it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And he just has this look on his face like, welp.
He's like, well, I got mine.
Oh well, won't be the last.
It's like, well, I got mine. But then it gets even better because the babyfaces, well, they don't exactly leave, but they're at ringside.
Yeah, but then like the two younger guys that actually care about losing this 8-man tag team match that Big Show knows better than to care about get all up in his face.
Kevin Owens and Rusev.
Yeah.
And I thought Big Show was going to knock them both out, and that was probably going to be a nitpick for me because I'm like, man, both these guys, they seem to be on the rise. I don't want to see Big Show like
they just beat him down.
They did. Like, Rusev kicked him after Big Show throttled Kevin Owens by the throat.
Well, and I love, too, like, even, like, the build-up to the beatdown, Big Show was just like, yeah, man, just relax. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down. Yeah, we lost. Who cares?
And then Kevin Owens is the cannonball in the corner, but I think the part that just had me like dead, the baby faces do a huddle and it's like, oh my god, we could earn major brownie points in New York. He's down. Let's kick his ass. And they go in there.
And Big Show slowly starts to recover, and the whole time Ziggler is just like pitter-pattering his feet. We know he's going for a super kick. Show stands up, boom, nails him with the super kick. And then as Big Show is falling, Cesaro and, who else was it?
Ryback.
Cesaro and Ryback catch him, lift him up, and drop him into Randy Orton's arms for an RKO.
You know, this is on the same show where we saw, like, a plug, like, throughout the show, Roman Reigns alerting us that 70% of children experience bullying.
Well, apparently so do 70% of giants.
Exactly, because, like, what the hell was this? Big Show was just getting up to his feet, and, like, where in their right mind when he pretty much gave the baby faces the win to begin with?
Thanks, Big Show, now eat my offense.
Yeah, like, eat our shit, Big Show. It's like, let's pick him up and drop him with an RKO. I guess maybe their excuse is the same excuse he always uses. Guys, why'd you do that? Why? Because he's a giant. Our offense always looks so much more impressive on giants. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Great. Yeah, and like I feel like they should have pulled like a Toriano here, where like as the baby faces walk out, they just like scroll the camera back into the ring, and you see Big Show on his knees, just shrugging.
He is just so over everything.
Just has this look on his face, like, well, I just got my ass whipped. Oh well, see you next week.
Oh my god,
This is what I get paid to do now.
This is the Big Show that he brings to Night of Champions as an Intercontinental Championship match to Ryback.
Ah, yeah.
Like, I can't wait to just see him recover from the shell shock after he gets pinned and just shrug and be like, well, it's a living. And then just go to the back.
That's kind of his gimmick now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's great. I love it.
So what came after this, brother?
I've never been more content with the Big Show in my life.
Yeah, likewise.
Up next, we had, apparently Byron Saxton taught us how to order pizza.
I love you, Byron.
But then we got Bray Wyatt in his creepy, smoky place, introducing us to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, nothing really much to say here.
I love that they're calling him Abigail's black sheep.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. And can I just say too, not to keep taking pot shots at Eric Rowan, this is probably the last one.
Relentless, just savage.
I prefer the black sheep mask to the white kind of sheep mask. I feel like it's
I think that the black sheep mask wouldn't be as meaningful if it wasn't for the original existence of the white one.
And you know what? Fair point. But I feel like it just works so well. Again, like and
it helps too that Braun Strowman has just like this full head of hair and this gigantic beard, so you literally just see dark because the mask covers up any pale parts of his face, and you just see hair and plastic.
I mean, I was a little concerned for my well-being, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, because after Bray Wyatt talks him up, they do the Bray Wyatt cut, but in between that, you see Braun Strowman smile.
Yeah.
And I could have sworn that my right pant leg got a little warm, but it's not about me. It's about Braun Strowman. So, we'll keep the conversation where it needs to be, but just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very concerning is Braun Strowman. That smile, I think, was creepier than any horror movie I've seen in the past 5 years, maybe longer. So, good job there, Braun.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know, John. Maybe you should go see some crappy found footage horror film. Maybe they'll convince you then that it's scary.
Yeah, maybe.
Paranormal Activity 12.
They're gonna get there too. You watch.
Surprised they're not there yet. That's like freaking Fast and the Furious. Fast 46.
Will we ever stop driving? Until you stop giving us money. So there you go.
Oh man. But up next though, after the whole Wyatt thing, John Cena walking around backstage gets cut off by Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and he just kind of tells them that he's going to have a little chat with their boy Rollins, and Steph tells him that he's not allowed to, because she doesn't want him ruining this for them or for Seth, and has security escort him out of the building.
Yeah. Stephanie was kind of the MVP here because not only did she do that, and, again, solidarity that I mentioned in the earlier segment, which I'm so happy to see with the Authority, but she pretty much poured salt into Cena's wound. It's like, congratulations, Cena. You pretty much AA'd the most beloved television host in history. Just an innocent bystander. And, yeah, just really glad you got to get that off your chest. You're a class act. So I love that by Steph. God, she's so good at what she does. But,
yeah, and can I just say, too, I love that for the first time in the history of ever, somebody got escorted out of the building and stayed out of the building.
Yes.
John Cena is such a good guy that the idea of coming back never even crossed his mind. Like, I just imagine him sitting in his car with this dejected look on his face, waiting until Nikki was ready to leave.
Dude,
just like, yeah, take your time, babe. I'm just listening to some talk radio.
Oh my God.
No, it's fine. I'll wait here. It's cool. Do, 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 do.
Maybe he wasn't that dejected, though, because apparently he granted his 500th wish recently, and he just got done this whole thing. So maybe he's thinking, like, wait a minute. I have a pool that's pretty much like, a waterfall for a swimming pool. I'm filthy stinking rich. I think my mansion will heal my wounds. And he just goes home. And then Nikki's like, wait, John, you forgot to pick me up. Wasn't in the agreement.
Wait, John, you forgot to pick me up. Yeah, you should have thought of that before the show ended and we got the park rush.
Oh, this is so not helping the Bella brand.
It's sad because that's really how they talk.
It's true. But after this was our main event segment, wasn't it?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, they sang Happy Birthday to Vince before anything else, though.
Yeah, that's true. And the crowd actually did join in. Even the announcer, commentators joined in.
I was too busy nervously laughing at how bad this was to actually hear anyone singing it other than Triple H and Stephanie.
I know. I just want to let everybody know that, everybody knows my scale of awkward turtle and anxious aardvark. One anxious aardvark breeded other anxious aardvarks, and then they all ate each other with the anxiety that they were all having from this segment. It was brutal. It was pretty scarring. But then they get to talking about Seth Rollins, and Triple H really builds him up. Again, like, I'm loving this. Finally getting the treatment he deserves within this faction. And saying, Seth deserves this because unlike some people, Seth's actually a winner. And, then Seth gets introduced. Seth continues, talking about himself, how he belongs in the pantheon of greats. And then he has the one quotable line that everybody kind of latches on to. Heroes are remembered, but legends never die. And he is just ready to receive this honor. He can't wait anymore.
He stole that line from The Sandlot.
But doesn't that just show you what a timeless film it is? When our WWE World Heavyweight Champion is quoting it, I think so.
I mean, if anything, it makes Seth look old, doesn't it?
You proud of yourself? And, he unveils it. The statue gets unveiled, and it's Sting. You want to talk about old? You got to talk about what was behind the curtain. Sting is revealed. The crowd does pop big for this, though. And I think the image came off really well because Stephanie's just like, oh no. Triple H just looks kind of annoyed, kind of like, oh man, are you serious? And Seth is just infuriated. Sting, of course, takes Rollins' distance. And credit to Rollins for bumping his ass off for Sting, because not only did he take that Stinger splash, dude, that clothesline he took over the rope, like, holy crap. Dude.
Honestly, he's working even more impressively with Sting than Triple H did, and we praised Triple H for bumping his ass off for Sting. Like, when Sting debuted, when he first showed up at Survivor Series, one punch took Triple H off his feet.
Right, and see, dude, just from the little morsel of bumping we got from Rollins tonight that we all got to taste, I'm telling you, I think Night of Champions, at least from like a storytelling perspective, I mean, again, like, it's not always about the sequence of moves and this and that. I think these guys can have a really awesome, championship match. I'm not going to lie, because I think a guy of Rollins' build and his stature and his heel character is the perfect foil for a guy at this stage of his career as Sting is. I think these two can do something really good, at the very least competent together, certainly. So I'm not pissed at this. I'm really not. You know what? This is an intriguing use of Sting. The guy that I thought was only going to work with Triple H and Undertaker is taking a little detour and he's working with Rollins. Cool. Just further Rollins' accolades. I'm okay with this. I want to know your thoughts, though. What do you think about this whole program that's going to happen between Rollins and Sting?
I'm incredibly intrigued by this because I've never really seen Sting work with a young up-and-comer like this after he hit, like, the 45-year mark. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think, did he have any kind of interaction with EC3, or was that kind of like a switcheroo where Sting was leaving right as EC3 came in?
I think he had interactions with EC3. I'm sure not to the extent that these two are going to have.
Yeah, because, like, I know Sting had interactions with Jeff Hardy, but even then, Jeff Hardy was far past his prime when they did, and that was also the feud that had the Victory Road 2011 incident in it.
I know Sting also had interactions, I believe, with Magnus when Magnus was champion.
Not really much of a flippy guy, though. I mean, Magnus is about the most WWE guy that TNA has.
Right. I don't think Sting has ever worked with somebody, again, at this stage of his career and everything, to your point, like Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
I don't want to say excited. I think that the only word that I'll kind of concede is intrigued.
I think I liked it, too, because the exclusive interview that Triple H had immediately after where
he got so pumped up.
Yeah, Seth was, like, in the zone. First, I gotta say again, I freaking love Seth Rollins, because his first thing on his mind isn't, oh, Sting posed my championship, which I gotta say.
I want my damn statue.
Where is my statue? I was promised a statue. I want a statue. It's like, calm your tits, Seth. Good God. But I gotta say, even before that, because I do have something I want to say about that, the image of Sting holding the title, I like that. I mean, I didn't, like, mark out for it or anything, because it's not like, yeah, Sting world title. God, no. Seth is amazing. But, it is a cool sight, a sight that a lot of people probably never thought they'd see, Sting holding the WWE Championship. And JBL, to his credit, brought up, that's the one title that's eluded Sting, and this and that. And so, we already have the makings of a story here. But yeah, Rollins is just irate, like he's going to kill somebody. Where is my statue? And Triple H is just like, I should have finished him when I had the chance. And that begs the question, why didn't you? Because you shook his hand afterwards, and then a few segments later, you bragged about how you beat him. So the hell were you doing, man? But then Seth's like, well, I'm gonna finish it. Sting, I'm gonna finish it. Like, he was in the zone. You would have thought like he was going off to war or something. With how in the zone he was.
Is going off to war, John. War with Sting.
For the Authority.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Again, guys, people are going to say what they want about Seth's run in the long run. Hell, even you and I have. But Seth Rollins forever. Like, I love this guy as a heel when he can just really be at his best and not be constrained. And now that he has the Authority on his side, it seems like firmly in his camp. Good God, yes. Let's go full speed ahead with this shit. Oh, so good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, that was the show.